implementing new ways to make the things better. So this is the lesson number 8 in Principle of Management. Now we are recording and we're gonna put it in the dashboard, the recording, and in the lesson number 8 that we are today. As you know, we will do the activity together in a few minutes. And just that I was trying to tell you before is try to, some people will be removed from the meeting due to technical problem. I think we'll start anyway. Mayra, if the thing kick you out, come back. I'm not sure it's gonna kick you out, but it's saying that. Start anyway. Okay, I did. Yeah, Mayra Pereira was removed. Admit. So it's not that I wanted to remove. The system have something because last night did the same. So remove me people from the meeting for some reason. Why? I don't know. Well, because we are recording, but it's not supposed to kick anybody out. So let me see. Anyway, I hope she can come back. Let me see if she's here. 1 second. Yeah, the system kicked me Mayra out. That happened yesterday. Give me some student out. Okay, so remind to yourself every time you are managing changes, remind to yourself what you did good in the past. What was your achievement in the past? And that's the way you can beat your comfort zone. Jacqueline Mayumi was left. I don't know. Anyway, this is
Professor.
yes.
I was disconnected. Why? I don't know.
Yeah,
But
me
I
neither.
think
But
something happened.
it's you know what is the recording? It's kicking people out.
If
So
I'm disconnected again, please consider me as a present.
no, of course. I just don't want. I don't. I want to make sure that everybody can be here. I'm not sure because Mayra is not here. She was here, and the system kicked her out. Anyway, let me see. I lose the path because this technology thing. You see, changes. So that's why we need to adapt to the changes. Okay, let's go with the information I wanted to share with you because I was so motivational, but I lose the path. No nice, no nice. Okay, some comments that you have, something, nothing for now. Okay. You know, this
Professor, today's activity 8, right?
yes, we're gonna do 8 together, and that's it. We don't have anything else for this week. Nothing else for this week. So organizational structure and change. But you know, this is the best example for a class about change because I was all set up with everything I will do, but something very simple happened and my mind was blocked and I lose the control of everything I was doing. So this is an example that I would like that you don't have this in your those situation like that, maintaining the control when things happen that change the structure that you had, right? And we're gonna talk about that when we say the unfreezing and freezing, this process of the change that we are like panic and we don't wanna keep going, right? So for me, I have a lot of respect for all of you because you are real examples of living examples of somebody that beat their comfort zone and start something new from zero, from scratch, leave your country, leave your family, start in another language, in another environment, another country, other continent for some of you. So I always amazed about how you can do this and adapt to this new life. Some of you working, some of you with children, getting married, starting new careers, starting from zero. All of us, we have been going through this. Even with doctoral program, cleaning floors, being server, being cleaning whatever place. Yes, all of us, we have been in this process. Maybe you had business in your countries, you were directors, managers, owners, and now you find yourself doing a labor job, construction, server, cleaning, taking care of children, all of that, right? And all of this experience, all of this multicultural experience, all of this life experience that you have, all of you had in your mind, make you richer, make you stronger, make you better individuals and more resilient, and of course, empathetic with others, because you know how hard it is. You know how difficult it is to get until here. If you think about yourself 5 years ago, remember when you have been thinking in this today, thinking in today's 5 years ago, you were maybe thinking, oh, what about if I start study something overseas? What about if I leave my country? What about if I start a new job in other country? What about if I go to the United States? What about if I start a family? Or all of these things that are happening to you right now, today, 441, to this day, are the fruit of the path that all the things that you had in your mind 5 years ago. And you know what? You got it. You got it. You are here and you got it. And you are getting more. And of course, you're going to get more. And of course, you're going to get all of these dream jobs that you always describe me in the assignments, all of this business that you describe me in the assignments, all of this commitment, all of these families that you tell me, all of these purpose that you have, you're gonna get it because they are here. And as soon as you keep working on them, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Just be patient and be consistent. Don't give up. Keep doing every single day something to get there. To get there. You did it before. You did it before because you are here studying in a different country, different language, different everything, and you are here and you did it. Some people is dreaming with what you have now. A lot of people is dreaming with what you are doing now. So let's be grateful. And remember, if you did it in the past because you are here, and you're gonna do it again. And if you lose everything, you're gonna do it again because you are strong enough and you're spiritually strong to do it again because you did it. You did it. You did it. So now, why you cannot do it again? So every time you find yourself that you have this mindset and you are freeze, like I was 3 minutes ago with the class when I saw some students being kicked out of the meeting, I was freeze. I forgot everything. I lose I lose everything. I lose the control 3 minutes ago. But you are strong enough and emotionally and spiritually strong to do it again and to be better every single day. And I am so sure about this. If you trust in you, you will do it, but you have to trust in you. Even if you don't believe it, you will say, I think I cannot do it. My English, I study overseas. I'm not from here. Well, I am this, I am that. All is fake. It's not true. It's things that you put in your mind. I always make joke with this because a lot of students tell me about the English, right? And I told them laughing, listen to me. I am giving the class and I'm talking like that. So, it's all about your mindset, right? Anyway, so this is part of the class. Change organizational structure and change. And the organizational structure is it's about the design of the organization. And we're going to speak about change. Refers that every organization is changing every time, like you, like us, changing every time. Now, the school will have changes, and we are facing those changes. The school have changes. 3 weeks ago, we lose some people. I still suffering because we lose the students because some external variables that impact the students. For example, something I always tell you, the grades, right? So this is things that are changing all the time. Organizational development is what we are studying actually in this class, how the organization have this path of evolution, right? So let me show you something else. Formal organization, like something we have here. We can say formal organization, you have somebody which is guiding you in the course or somebody in charge, right? So we can say kind of a structure, formal organization. This is, when we say formal organization, is what is established. Let me show you because I'm not showing you anything and it's fair that you can see. So you know that you have this, is the chapter 10 and it's here. You have your presentation here and this part in the book. So I didn't put the page, but you can go directly. I'm sharing my screen. Yes. Here. If I click, take me to the chapter. I just want to make sure, again, I have Mayra here. Let me see. I don't see Mayra. Yes, she's here. Mayra, sorry.
Yes, I'm back.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know what happened? I start to recording and then the machine tell me, Mayra will be kicked out. And I say, why? She's fine. Why you want to kick her
I
out?
know.
But yesterday, the same happened. Another student last night, the same thing. And the system kicked her out. And then she was so quickly, but I was in panic when I didn't saw you in the list. I say, what I did wrong? No, it's not your fault. It's, I don't know, something the system have. And I don't know. Don't know.
That's okay.
And then when you left, I was like, yeah, in panic. Anyway, but now I'm here and you're here and I'm happy. So changing process, right? The same example I was giving to you. So here, this is the topic, organizational structure and design. Look at this in the screen. Let me see if I can put it big. If you want to say something, interrupt me. You want to say something in the chat, put it, or tell me, it doesn't matter. Your comments are important and valuable, and they are gold. They are gold. Every time you break your own system and say something is gold for me. So here we have these concepts that we are kind of seeing. Organizational development, don't forget. So specialize in managing all of these change process that we have been touching, right? Formal organization, this is an example here on the screen, how the organizations can be structured in the formal organization. But there is something that nobody see, is the informal organization. For example, you are in charge of production, but I have another student here in charge of the marketing or any other activity, right? So in between them, you are friends. Let's say like you are in charge of marketing, but the person in charge of operation is your friend. And what about if you go and have a meeting with that person every morning because you have kind of friendship, right? But in this meantime, the job, let's say the operation of the work, that helps. Let's say this way, that helps the operation of the work, because in this meantime you can speak of different ways of improvement of your position and stuff like that. So now we got an informal structure. This is here on the screen, informal organization, and it's saying it's invisible. Nobody can see because it's not structured in a diagram like we saw in the other screen. But look at this here. Like, this is kind of the invisible treatment that everybody have with each other. You see, for example, we have here this assistant of the CEO communicate with the assistant of the VP in order to make the work environment better, right? And maximize the job that we have. Let's put it simple. You can give me examples, maybe actually in your jobs today that you have some communication with other team members, and that help you actually in your own jobs that you have or any other projects that you have. So if you have comments, then let me know. Maybe some practice that you find interesting that you want to share that you did, that some of your team members did, maybe some business that you have been working in the past or now. Let us know so we can learn from you. So bureaucratic model, you don't need too much explanation on that. That was developed by Max Weber. Like bureaucratic, you have a boss, you follow the instruction, things like that is the bureaucracy. Like we have experience on that, the majority of us, because I can say like all of us, we come from some societies with more bureaucracy than, for example, this one, the United States, the society that we have right now. It's you can tell me because I can guess you have an idea about how is the structure in our governments of our countries is more bureaucratic. This society is faster, doesn't require too much like process. Let's put it simple. In some cases, maybe you will tell me, no, I don't have this, but you can tell me your opinion on that. I will love to hear your voice, even if it's one word. And so here I noticed, this is my experience. Remember, you will have your own experience. Specialization. So this model promote, like for example, if you are in charge of marketing, you just handle this, you don't touch any other things. And yesterday, recently we were talking about this, like back in our countries, you need to know everything about all the company, right? Here in this society that we are, is more specialized. They promote like you are in charge of sales, you do sales and that's your part, and you don't care about marketing or any other thing. I don't know what you think, if you have some experience or comments or scary stories, anything that you would like to share about your experience in the US organization or in our countries, let us know so we can learn from you, okay? So when we say all of these words that are here, command and control, span of control, all of this is about monitoring. Let's say it simple, monitoring, supervising your team. Command and control refers the reporting to other, right? But when we say a span of control is, for example, if I am supervisor or you are my supervisor, you control kind of regulate my job. That's it. But if you have another team in other area, maybe your span of control does not go to this other department. Let's say it this way. If you have comments, say it at any time, okay? Don't feel shy. Anything you want to say or put it on the chat or just interrupt. I'm not looking right now the chat, so I don't see what you're saying. More, though all of these words that you are looking are more regarding this part, the supervision, centralization. The word tell you everything is in one place, centralized, like the how I can say this word, the distribution of the task are more in one group. Let's put it simple, okay? Formalities regarding the organization, right? What else you want to say? Say that. Remember, mechanics and organic structure. What is that? Mechanistics. So mechanistic, look at the screen here. You can see more formal. for example, right? Organic is less formal. So you always, I know that you know about this. Google is known as a company that have amazing environment, less centralized, less formal. So we can use this as an example of organic. If you have experience with organizations that are more formal or organizations that are less formal, it doesn't matter the size. It doesn't matter if it's a small organization or huge. It doesn't matter. You can tell me, what do you think? What was your experience? Something you observed in those organizations, or maybe in the jobs that you have now, okay, or the business that you are developing right now, or that you want to develop. So the only thing I want that you keep in your mind: mechanistic, more formal; organic, more, let's say, liberal, free, right? Let's put it in simple words. When we say the flat organization, let me show you this one. Flat, more like equal. Doesn't need too much explanation, right? Or horizontal is when they say horizontal, it's all the activities distributed by groups. You tell me what you think in any case, okay? What is your experience? Let me go with this one real quick. Here, we don't need too much functional structure. What is that? Regarding the function, regarding the activity that the group will be doing. Somebody want to say something? No? No, Facrol is coming. Okay, now it's here. Okay, we have the product structure, what that means. So it's a group that manage certain kind of product, and that's it. Geographic by zone. So, for example, I remember when I was in my country, they say a lot Nestle Caribbean. So, Caribbean developed by a geographic zone, right? So, the same happened here in the organization. If there is some organizations that you know that have this structure that you remember back in your countries, tell me. Matrix structure, what is that? Like a matrix, right? A matrix, when they say matrix structure, let's put it simple. It's like interconnection between the groups. Like all the group have different connections, and that's to make it easy in the organization, less structure. An example, okay? So now talking about change today, that's now what you see on the screen. When they say a structural change, what is that? Changing the structure, for example, in the organization, the president or the vice president, stuff like that. Let me see if I'm right. Yes, so technological doesn't need too much explanation in the systems that we use, the machinery that we use, things like that. So culture change. For example, if you see here, Reformed University, you know Reformed University, the governance is from Korea. So what about if for some reason we, vice president, president, dean, all of them from Korea? But what about if we have some employees that come from another geographic area? Maybe we will have some culture change. I remember when we have, for example, I noticed that in the Reformed University, when we have North American employees are more focused in results. They are faster, less bureaucracy. They don't think too much something. So I notice here my culture in my community that it's president, vice president in Reformed. Remember, they are from Asia. So the way their work is different. Maybe they take time to take decisions, more formality, right? So things I observe in the school. So every time we have, for example, a North American employees, they work different, right? So something to say. But if you have some comments about the cultural difference, let me know. And this is something about cultural change. What else? Comments that you have? Tell me. stories, some observations that you have been doing during your experience in the organizations in United States of America or in your hometowns or any other countries you have been living or working. Okay, so more of the organizational life cycle is gonna be here. They're gonna have a here, you see? So this image in the screen show you the organization and no the levels, right? How the, for example, when an organization starts entrepreneurship, then the survival, sustain, and then renewal or decline. This kind of cycles you will see in everything, in the product cycle, organizational cycle, etc. And what is the key on this? What we have to do, right? Find new ways to adapt to the change, find new ways to be in consonance with the market needs. Is something very important, and it applies for us as individuals too. Because listen, what about if some of you remember when we used to type in these machines that there were no computers. I don't know how to say the name. Traditional typing machines, the typewriter, I think is the name. I don't know if some of you remember that. I did. I use it, and I remember we took classes of that. I think mechanography is the word, typing. I don't know. And you tell me what you think. Some of you, maybe I'm too old for all of you, but these kind of machines that you used in the past, uh, that you have to put a roll with the paper, like paper roll, and then you type, chan, chan, chan. So imagine that you stuck in the past with those machines and now you don't adapt to the changes, right? So now you are talking about artificial intelligence. Everything is doing by the machines, right? So what about if we don't adapt to those changes? We're gonna be back with the dinosaurs. So we don't want that. I don't want that for you, and I don't want that for me. So this is something we need to be at that. Remember, before we never have an idea that we will have a computer in our hand, like this tiny size of a computer. I remember when I started to use a computer, I think I was 12 or 13, something like that. I forgot exactly. And I remember when I was 15, now I'm 39, people, 39. So I remember when I was 15, my mother told me, what do you want? You want a party or you want a computer? I say, of course I want the computer. The computers were not cheap, right? So I wanted the computer because I say, I want to do my assignments. I want a tool to help me in the university, right? So, because in 1 year, I started so young, the university, at 16, I started. So I say, in 1 year, I need this to make my assignments in the university, right? So again, and I used it for the university for a whole long time. So I don't know if you have this in your mind when you started. Maybe I'm the oldest here, but think about that, because all of these things that were common for us now, or regular activities now, they are obsolete, they are done. And the ones that have children, they know that they are born with the computer in the mind. So they are different society now. These have good things and also have some things that are not so good, especially for the mental development of the new generation. Sometimes the excessive use of screens can impact the development of the brain for this new generation. Now I feel like a granny, people. Anyway, let's keep going, but let me know what you think or your experience on this changing technology. I will be a little bit granny for some things, and I will be a little traditional. I told you before, for example, in my agenda, this is something I cannot change. To change to the technology, I keep with my traditional agenda, and I prefer my traditional books. So this is something is kind of hard, but again, we have to adapt, right? Yeah. And that's why, for example, you have been more modern than me because you have your book digital. And this is the idea that we have here in the school, right? Provide you everything possible for your benefit. Okay, it doesn't need too much explanation here. The incremental changes, you can notice is step by step transformational change. So it's more disruptive. Quick change, right? A strategic change is more than a focus in the operation and focus in the goals that the organization have. What else? Comments, tell me. Another change here. Uber Eats, talking about technology and all of that, how this change over the significatively the e-commerce, the commerce in general, all the business, the presence of Google in the society. You know, less than 1 year ago, I had the opportunity to visit Italy, and they were in a big fight, the taxi drivers in Rome, because the Uber, and they went to a mm, I don't know how to say this word. You tell me the word if you know. When they stop to work, they are in protest. In protest. That's the word. So they were in protest. That imagine that was July this last year. So couple months ago, a few months ago, they were in revolution because Uber. So still being resistance to the change. And the regular taxi drivers, they didn't want it, this change over there because, of course, you know the consequences for them when they introduce these services. If you have experience or something that you observe, let me know because I will love to see your opinion. So level of changes. So you know some in simple words. Let's make a summary of all of this that you are seeing on the screen. There are some groups that will be more attracted to the change, and some groups that will say, we don't want this, we don't accept this, no. So that's what happened, and this is all of this about, right? So in general, individual change, group change, it doesn't need more explanation, right? Um, some changes are intentional, some changes are planned, but some changes are not planned. You know, the best example is the COVID emergency that we had. So, unplanned, right? Unplanned change that suddenly happened and everybody had to adapt to this new way to do the things. Some of you are already impacted. Actually, I can say myself here now with all of you and you in your homes or any other place that you are now taking these courses. How impacted your behavior, your life, and everything else. If you find that you had some changes, let me know or something that you observe in this new way to do the things. For some people, it's a blessing. For some people, not so much, depending how do you see it. I think that for most of you, in the case of this structure that we have here, for the majority of you, you are very happy, you love it, because you can keep going with your life and do everything you want, and you just leave the phone open and somebody is trying to teach you like I am here and you are doing your stuff, right? And this is
No, Professor, it is not like that. I completely disagree to this.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Thank you so much for that. So I achieve my goal is to make you wake up to see if my community is here or not. Thank you, Almas. Thank you. I appreciate that you say that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's keep going real quick. I don't want to take you so much on all of these. Deficit-based change, the word tell you deficit is based that in the negativity, let's say this way, like some people will be not agree with this, like Almas is not agree with me. So abundance base is based in the positivity, like this change will provide us improvement. Like, for example, if I wanted to sell you the idea to go to Reform University in person, I will tell you this change is going to be good because we're going to have better environment, learning, etc. But I honestly know the reasons, right, that you have, and I respect it and understand. In this case, the change is going beyond the school, right? But we don't want to talk about this now because I don't want to make you in stress. Okay, top-down change. Top-down, the word don't need too much. It's from up to down. So the change comes from the, let's say, management, directors, supervisor, up, going up every time. So emergent or bottom approach, what is that? In this case, this is a way to promote the participatory management. That means that you, the students, will be part of the decisions that the school make, for example, or you as member of the organizations will be part of the change that the organization make, or you as manager, director, CEOs, owners of your organization will introduce your team members in the decisions that you are taking, like make them help you, let's say it this way. Okay, so we are almost done here. The same that we are talking before, what that means, the mindset. The mindset is about how you as leader, how you as a manager uh, manage, uh, work with the change. That's it in general. So it's in your responsibility. You have a big responsibility in your hands, in your shoulders to manage the change effectively. That's why we need to talk about this, right? To give you an idea. Of course, people, you whatever I tell you, you won't remember everything we study in this material. We won't remember this in 20 minutes later. I know, but the most important is that you gain at least the general knowledge, the mindset, and to be strong enough to first know where to go if you need help. Resources, materials, person. Second, to give to your team the materials, the resources, the guidance, the help, the assistance, the individual help that they need to be better. So if you have the mindset of, I see the life like this more positive, right? Maybe a lot, but I think this is gonna help you to go to the next level. The mindset that you have, even if you have a strong knowledge of all of this, the most important is how you move. Talking about this, how you move in order to achieve your goals. Here, this step, this I think this is gonna be on the activity. So look at this if you wanna take a picture. This is the approach to manage the change. On freeze, like I do this personally. I get like in panic for some moment, right? So that's the moment when you need to start working with, there is a change coming, on freeze, right? Examine what happened, okay? Start to take decision, but now in move, you are taking action to develop the change, and then refreeze, you adapt it to the change, period. We don't need too much here. And we're going to see this in the activity. This one here, the Kotter's model, is similar way, but different explanation. Remember, the authors will give you different ways to manage the change. And they have their own process because they have been studying this, and they will give you some strategies and tools. That's it. So this is another way, but at the end is practically the same. Look at the next one I'm going to show you here. Taran. You see Kotter's model, Lewin's model. What is that? Remember, what you're seeing on the screen, this is the change. How, look at this, let me see. Kotter's model versus Lewin model, yes. But this is how to approach the change process, how to manage, how to deal with that, how to make it work in simple words. So here, you, for example, in this model, establish sense of urgency, create a vision, and then you start to move, you start to work with the change, communicate the vision, remove obstacle, etc. And then at the end, you adapt it, and then everybody is working in the same way. So the models are similar, just different ways to explain it in simple words. This is another way, the complex adaptive system. What that means, that the organization is changing every time, and we adapt to this way to do the things. That's it. So this, now the topic is over. The chapter is over, and this is the cheating, the cheating of the chapter, because the activity is based in these key terms. If you want to take a picture, you can. I'm going to put this first part here, and now I'm going to scroll down a little bit. You know, there are many. So anyway, but it's in the page 342. You can take picture if you want, because we're going to do activity just now. So be ready, because I'm going to do it with you. And that's it, nothing else. If you have comments, opinions, observation, something, one word that you want to tell me, put it on the chat. I'm going to open activity A with you. You know what I'm going to do? Just in case, I'm going to open a retake, or in case I need or you need. So I'm going to put 2 for now, save. And just to make sure everybody can open the activity A. Let's do it together. And for next week, I'm going to promise you to do it if it's possible, okay? If it's possible, you remind me if I forget, but to do it right away. Before, so once we start the class, we start do the activity. So maybe that's, you like this way better. Okay, let's do week A, complete the activity. And if you help me, I'm ready to take notes and learn from you. If you read it and you want to guess, you can guess. If you don't want to guess, it's okay. Somebody can guess. So tell me, number 8. Everybody open week number 8. Yes? No?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, love the yeses. Thank you. So let's
You
go
like
with the,
yes.
thank you. Yes. Let's go with the number 8 and number 1. Number 1, question 1.
Ma'am, I read?
Yes,
Can I-
please. This is Shabnam.
Almas. No,
I'm not sorry. Okay.
A change, either incremental of or transformational, that helps align an organization's operation with its strategic mission and objectives.
Yes.
Answer is, ma'am.
It's okay. You don't have to say it if you. Okay. Almas, read us the number 8. The number 1. A change, either incremental or transformational, helps an organization operation with its strategic mission.
Professor, it is strategic
Strategic change.
change.
A
Sorry.
strategic change. It's
Yes.
okay. That,
Yes, I agree.
yeah. That. Thank you so much. I hear. Yeah. That was Almas. My other Alma. I have 2 Almas here.
Yes.
Yes.
Almas Nuruddin, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So much, Almas. Um, and Mayra also, and Almas has 9. Okay, people, let's go to the second.
Ma'am, I can read.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Significant shifts in an organizational system that may cause significant disruption to some underlying aspects of the organization, its processes, or its structures. I think it is transformational change.
Transformational change.
Yes, Professor.
Thank you.
Wow, I was right.
Thank you, Modesta.
Mhm.
Modesta, Modesta, no Mojadesa, I told you. Okay, let's go with the 3.
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you a little bit low, but read it because I hear you.
I just wanted to know. I missed my first answer. Can you help me with that, please?
With the first, we put a strategic change in the 1, transformational change in the 2 for activity A. Now we're gonna read activity number 3. Okay, Nasma. I don't hear you so well, but I think you hear me. Okay, number 3.
May I?
Yes, please. Who is there?
Okay. The degree to which people are organized into subunits according to their expertise. For example, human resources, finance, marketing, or manufacturing. I think it's a specialization.
Beautiful. That was Mayra. Thank you so much, Mayra. Let's go with the next one, number 4, people. Number four, techniques and methods. Somebody, they are short.
I
They
can
are
Can I
do it.
read?
please.
Techniques and methods that managers can use to increase the adaptability of their organization.
Thank you.
And,
Merodin Lalani, right? Yes.
organization development.
Thank you. Okay. Everybody's agree. Let's go with the 5.
Can I, teacher?
Yes, please. Who is there?
Lauren.
You, Lauren. Okay.
How leaders in an organization internationally in shape shifts that occur in the organization. When market conditions shift, supply sort change, or adaptations are introduced in the process for accomplished work over time. I think is manage change.
Manage change. Okay. Let's go with the 6.
Professor, can you please tell me the third one?
The third we put, we did a specialization. Mayra, tell us a specialization.
Okay, thank you.
You will. Come, who was asking? Who is there?
6.
Almas. Almas has 9. Thank you, Almas.
Yes.
Okay, let's go with the number. Yeah, the questions are valuable too. Okay, let's go to number 6.
Madam, number 5 answer.
Number 5, we put manage.
Manage change.
Thank you, Nardin. Number 6.
Yeah.
Thank you. The help
Professor, I can read
is
sixth
valuable.
one.
Huh?
I can read the sixth one.
Please, who is there?
Almas.
Thank you.
The connecting social structure in organization that denotes the evolving network of interactions among its employees unrelated to the firm's formal authority structure. Uh, this should be informal organization.
Informal organization. Almas gave us the answer. Number 7. Beautiful. You did beautiful. Let's go with the 7. She's like, what?
May I, ma'am, again?
Yes, please.
The
The concentration. Number 7. Where are you? I lost you.
no, my mic, ma'am.
Okay, it's okay. Take your time. Let's do it. Let's
The
do it.
concentration of control of an activity or organization under a single authority.
Yes, beautiful.
Mm,
It's okay. It's okay. If you wanna say it, you say it. If you wanna let them say it, you can. You did a lot. You
culture
really.
change, ma'am.
Okay. And you say cultural change, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Beautiful.
think it's centralization.
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 Hmm.
Centralization. Okay, I hear more voices with centralization. That was Almas at 9 and also Mayra
Centralization.
and also
Correct.
Nordin Lalani. Okay, thank you for your help. Let's keep going with the 8.
Can I, teacher?
Yes, please.
Involve reshaping, remaining the core identity of the organization. Culture change.
Culture change. Wow. Okay, let's go with a 9. So only 9 question, easy. No 10, no 11, no 12, 9. Okay.
Can I read it?
Um,
Can I
Yes,
read it,
please.
ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. Max Weber's model that states that organization will find efficiencies when they divide the duties of labor, allow people to specialize, and create structure for coordinating their differentiated efforts within a hierarchy of responsibility.
Yes.
Professor, is it bureaucratic model?
Thank you. Bureaucratic model. Okay, beautiful. So send it. Why you don't send it like this? Come on, submit it, submit it. Don't worry. You are in
All
good hands.
correct.
100%. All right. Congratulations.
Ma'am,
You did it right. Let me see if I
ma'am,
have cheaters that haven't sent to me. Oh my goodness. I don't see cheaters
ma'am.
until now. Somebody want to say something? No?
Yeah, it's me. It's me.
Say it.
Ma'am, it's me.
Yes, I know what you want to say.
I was trying to say that I'm driving a car. I won't be able to submit it right now. But
It's
once I,
okay. No, it's okay. Take your time. We have whole life to do this.
no, I mean, like
Seriously, we have whole
in a
life to
little
do
bit.
this?
Once I
Yes,
reach my destination, I will do it. Okay, ma'am.
yeah, take your time. It's okay. You have the whole life to do it.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much.
The only thing I will ask you, don't make me wait too long, please. Just don't make me wait too much days.
Ma'am,
Just
I never make you wait. Never ever.
no, yeah, it's just I telling you because I have a community here that make me wait a lot. The last day of the semester, I'm like, where is the assignment? So this one is the only favor I will ask you. Don't make me wait too much. The semester will end April 21st, so no more than that. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna ask you a big favor because listen what happened. This is serious thing, no laughing. Listen. Let me show you. In the meantime, I'm gonna tell you this is the real answer. You did it right, but let's show you how the exam was. Uh, Something important is that in the week, I supposed to everybody, all the teachers supposed to update the grade book. So the assignments that I don't have, week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I have to grade it with 0. So that means please, please, please put the turbo mode, send it to me quickly. If you don't send it, you will have 0, but that doesn't mean that you are failed. It's just that I'm waiting for your assignment. Some teachers work different, so I don't want that you fail in any class with any teacher. So please, please, please put the turbo. So try to be on time with every single teacher because I don't want you with having hard time. Some teachers are more flexible, they will accept, but some of them not. So and they have the rights to do that. So please, please, please put the turbo and send everything. But in my courses, if I put 0, that means that I'm waiting for your assignment and I will try to help you on this, but please do your part because I'm doing my part the best way possible. So those are the answers for this activity. So everybody did right. First one was a strategic change. Second one was transformational change. Then we mentioned the specialization. Remember, when we say specialization is focused in the activities we do. And then we mentioned another one, organizational development, techniques and methods that manager use to increase how the organization adapt to the changes. Simple. In manage change, how leaders in an organization intentionally change shifts that occur in the organization. This is long. Making changes in order to provide the products they have to develop. Manage change. And then we have the informal organization. So, you know, even the organization have a original structure. They have some interconnection between employees. That's what we call informal. Okay. So here we say centralization, concentration of the power. We mentioned the cultural change, changing the identity. And you say that right, everything. Nobody made didn't put anything else. Bureaucratic model that was proposed by Max Weber and is following hierarchy. Period. That's it. Just 9 questions today, and everybody did it right. I want to see if my community did it. If you remember, every time we do the activity, if you don't do it that day, I will wait for you, but my ideal goal is that everybody does and we don't have to deal with this anymore. In the week number 8, that's all we have to do. I don't have any other assignments, so you are fine. Yes, Nasma?
Number 8, please.
Number 8, somebody want to help me with the number 8 for Nasma? Okay, let me take a quick. Just some of them will help you. Let me see the chat.
A is culture change.
Culture change, the one that I think that you or Mayra, one of the two said it. I forgot who was. Let me see them. Yeah, they tell you, Nasma, already. They tell you. People, in the meantime, comments that you have. I'm going to stop recording right now. I wanted to stop recording early, and I didn't. Good job. But anyway, I'm going to stop now. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Manage recording. Stop.